Hey, what up, though? Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hold up. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So shout out to everybody for being here. And hey, Nisha, what's good, Queen? You are a Megalodon. That's what's up. Welcome to the Purple Carnations. No, that's awesome. Excited to see your name highlighted in purple in the Discord, Queen. So remind me after this to update your role. All right. And don't forget, if you guys, I'm like kind of backwards with what I'm talking about here, but I just seen that. So if you are new to the Megalodon tier, just know, please don't ignore the playlist that's accessible to you. Those were live trade and trading sessions that we put together to kind of like just teach the various aspects of the market. Okay, so don't ignore that stuff. You have full access to those things, so utilize your resources. All right, so shout out to Nisha for becoming our latest Megalodon. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Stocks4Rell, Sacrifice for Riches. I am so busy, but I'm excited to be here. I took a couple days off from like a lot of the social media stuff, a lot of Discords, whatever. I'll chime in if I absolutely had to. However, I needed a mental break, a mental reset. I need to catch up on some sleep because your boy's been going nonstop, right? And when you do that and you start forcing things, it's reflective of your trading. So I was making some bad trades. I fell into a couple traps where so hold on, before I get into it, y'all, one thing to know about me is that I'm going to keep it real and raw. All right, so I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be completely transparent with what's going on with me, because I think it's the only way for me to grow and also for you to respect me. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of new traders here, and what we run into on YouTube and these social media outlets is all of the positives, right? And none of the negatives. And I assure you, you know what? I can't speak for anybody else, but I know me and the people that I know that are good at trading. We have our roadblocks. We stumble. We have hiccups, right? In our trading, we make mistakes. We're human. Sometimes our emotions get involved. Sometimes we FOMO into a play. Sometimes we hold on too long. Like, these are rules that we set, that we follow strictly. But sometimes when your brain isn't braining, right? Your emotions are out of whack. You're sleep deprived. You're stressed, whatever it is. Other things affect your trading. It's never really your technical skills. But your brain is, your brain does something where it's trying to protect you, right? As a person, or just protect you. So the fear of losing, the fear of losing goes both ways. The fear of losing your gains when you're up, and the fear of taking an L when you're down, right? So both of those things hurt you as a trader. And that's kind of what has hit me a little bit. Okay, so got to keep it 100. But crawling out of it, getting my mojo back, all that good stuff. And then a couple of the setups or whatever that I fell trapped to, I might highlight here, but a lot of the stuff I plan to go over in a live training session, because training on mindset is just as important, in my opinion, as trading on technical knowledge. So with that being said, let me look at the comments, and we're going to get into a couple things here. Okay, and then those that are new, this is the rapid fire chart analysis, where there's no fluff. It's just this introductory period where I take a couple minutes to talk about key things, and then we move right to the charts. So have your tickers ready, because we're going to just run right into them. Okay, we're going to load up the charts, and we're going to try to see if we can find areas of interest where you may want to buy, hold, or sell. Is never a suggestion for you to do so. However, this can be this live stream can be used as a way of validating your due diligence, okay, your technical analysis. So if I'm off, I'm off, right? Like, I mean, in comparison to what you're doing, but I'm just going to show you what I see and what I would do as we look into it. But we're going to dive into that a little bit more as far as how the rapid fire alert or rapid fire live stream goes. But I'm gonna go to the comments, answer a few questions, and then we're gonna get into what we all came here for. All right, so all right, hold on, I gotta mute my phone, my boy. Let me mute my phone. All right, live and direct, let's get it. What's up, Denise, Roll Life, Shelly, Queens and Kings in the building. Halo, I love to see it. Newest member in the Discord, one of the newest members. I think you're a dolphin. Shout out to you. Roll Life, aka Spark 40, Goat, Withelfee, Queen now Megalodon, love to see it. Denise, shout out to Denise. Denise and her husband, they're creators. They're crafty. So everybody knows, like, I'm pretty big into fishing, and that's kind of like my escape, and I have not done that at all this year. I think maybe once. So, but Denise husband, I think he builds fishing poles. So they went ahead and they built me a custom pole. That's Stocks4Rell, Sacrifice for Riches branded. So I'm pretty excited to get it. I think we should get it tomorrow or so. But shout out to y'all. Thank you. Rufus, shout out to you, big dog. All right, if you're a KGU, put hashtag KGU in the chat so I just know where you're at. If you were Sacrifice for Riches, I already know you. Why? Because your name is highlighted in green. Love to see it. Hey, GP, yeah, you finally made it. Big dog, welcome. If you get a message from me for a one-on-one set of consultation on KGU, I am Teresa. Sounds good, Queen. Just so you know, if you are trying to do that, there is a form in the Discord. You're not in our Discord. So there's a form on my website. So hold up, sacrificeforriches.com. So go to the website and then scroll down and you'll see a section for one-on-ones, and there's a form you just have to complete, okay? And then I will review, and then what I do when I review that form, what I'm doing, I'm validating me, or I'm verifying that I am qualified to help you. Not necessarily qualified, but the best person to assist you based on what your needs are. And if I feel that somebody else might be better suited to address your needs as a trader, then I will redirect you. But if I am, and I think I'm able to help you, then I will give you the breakdown as far as what that looks like, okay? So transparency builds trust. The engineer in me wants everything. I get the engineer. Details. You love the details. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, because sometimes my friends say I overshare. So, and oversharing is not necessarily the best thing to do. Halo 17 says, I appreciate the clarity. That's why I had to take a break too. Lost 6 in a row quick and was revenge trading. Had to go outside. Hey, dude, I get it. It happens. I got wrecked in, I want to say June. I don't even remember. It wasn't horrible, but it was my worst month this year. So, and we don't like those. All right, KGU, I see you. What's up, Lisa? Hey, Queen. Lisa J. If you guys don't know who Lisa is, she talks a lot about long-term investing. She does interviews with other entrepreneurs and people like Keenan Grace about investing overall. So she's very transparent. She's very consistent. So if you guys are interested in things like that, please go over and check out Lisa's channel. Lisa J Stocks. All right. R.I.P. Flipper. Oh yeah, you got rid of the dolphin, big dog. Love to see it. You upgrade. Happy to see you back, fam. Keep taking care of yourself. Thanks for all you do, Alex. I really appreciate that, dude. I really need more time, but you know, I have a vacation coming up, so I will have all that time next week, and I'll get into that so you guys kind of know what to expect. You helped me so much. It was the least we can do. All love, Denise. Hey, as real as it gets. I love that. Hashtag as real as it gets. That's dope. All right, I'm all caught up on the comments. Thank you everybody for being here. I see that we have 44 people here watching. If you have not hit the like button, please do so for me. I really appreciate it. I don't post a lot. I don't do a lot of live streams. That's public. Most of everything that I do is either for S4R, Sacrifice for Riches community, or KGU community, okay? So kind of behind the scenes. So what that means is that when I am active, when I am live, I do really hope that you guys can help me out by hitting the like, sharing the video, or whatever, because my channel is going to be kind of slow growing because that's just how it's set up, and I'm not looking to blow up, so you don't see a big content push from me. So I'm just gonna do it the natural way. I'm gonna move at my own pace, but hopefully I have the help and support of everybody here by just pressing the like button for your boy one time. All right. Lisa J Stocks, I am the challenge. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. The market was pretty volatile for the past week. We actually had a sell-off, but we talked about the sell-off and we were prepared for it for the most part, right? If you lost money, then likely you were fighting the trend. The market was ranging today, so it was all about just catching the tops and bottoms for the most part and scalping. But ultimately, tomorrow, Jay Powell speaks, and who knows what that's going to do, but that's before market open. So we're going to expect some volatility before then. And of course, we're going to have the initial liquidity grab at the start of the market. So let me say this. If you are in, this is not financial advice or a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell, but if you're holding a contract right now, overnight, going into tomorrow, that first swing, right? That first swing is likely going to be the false move, right? So if you're in puts for tomorrow and we bleed out right at open, it might be in your best interest to take them profits, right? Because likely you're going to see us wick the other direction, and the same thing in reverse. Okay, the only thing that would get this get the market rallying like up in like one direction without a pullback is if he says that, yeah, come September there's a strong chance that we're going to lower interest rates or something like that. But outside of that, I don't really know what else he could really do or say that's going to really rock the market. But when he talks, people are listening for every little hawkish or dovish type of indication of where the market might be going. If anything spooks anybody, the market is going to react. If things look optimistic, the market is going to react. So just be prepared for that fake move in the morning, and just don't get caught catching the bottom of a big green or red candle at 8:30, 7:30, whatever time frame you're on. All right. So I need to breathe. I need to get my timer going. And I need to give y'all the instructions. All right, so essentially this is the rapid fire chart analysis. I am going to set my timer for 25 minutes. Okay, everybody knows that your boy operates off a timer. So when I switch over to the charts and then I say go, I will be looking to the chat for tickers, right? So you drop your ticker in the chat, whether it's Tesla, whether it's Apple, whether it's Palantir, whether it's SoFi, I don't care what it is, AMD. You drop your ticker, and then it would be nice if you could state what your thought process is with the stock, especially if it's an unknown ticker, right? So are you looking for long-term investing? Are you looking to play calls or puts? Are you looking for a swing trade or a scalp? Like, these things help me kind of narrate as I'm charting. So I am speaking to you about what it is I'm looking at and seeing on the charts. Okay, so If your name is in green, that means that you are a member of Sacrifice for Riches Discord. You have priority. Okay. If your name is not in green and you're a member of KGU, hashtag KGU after your ticker, and then you will be priority as well. All right. So that's how we're going to run it. All right. Before we get cracking on the rapid fire, is there any questions, comments, concerns? What can I do for you? All right. Just let me know, and we're going to flip over. Hey, all right. I think we're good. Zoom. I don't know what Zoom means. Walmart, WMT on a docket. Please, I'm bearish after earnings, and the execs selling about 400,000 in stocks today. All right. We can start off with that halo, big dog. So, without further ado, this is Stocks4Rell, Sacrifice for Riches, rapid fire chart analysis. It's morphing time. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. All right. So first up, we're gonna look at Walmart, WMT. Right. So we've been charting Walmart for a while. We kind of talked about the breakout symmetrical triangles. We got what we got, right? And then let's see, we had a sell-off, and now we fell right back down into this system. So I'm not gonna rechart Walmart, right? Instead, what I'm gonna do is direct you with what I see here, okay? Which was this pennant, right? So we had a breakout and we fell right back into it. So now I'm looking at, for Walmart, I'm looking at $96, okay? We're looking to see how price reacts once we start to approach this level. Again, we're looking for price action. And I'm gonna show you a chart eventually with my candlestick patterns. But towards the bottom, on a 15 minute to 1 hour time frame, I'm kind of looking to see how price reacts as we approach the bottom of this ascending line of support. Okay, if it respects this, then that means that we're right back in the trend that I drew up earlier, and we're probably on our way back up to retest this descending line of resistance at about $98 before we see another breakout. Okay, so that is what I got with Walmart for now. Okay. So if you're looking for puts, yes, there could be more downside is what I'm saying. If we break back above this and confirm above $98, right, then watch out. Next level, $99.78. That would be my ultimate. It's time to cut it, right? But anyway, let me not get slow on you. Okay, what do we got for tickers? Is Zoom the ticker that you're looking for? I don't know, but FuBo, FBO, FuboTV. Okay. Well, let me move some things around. That way things look better. Okay. So FuboTV. Okay. This has been asleep for a long time. So hold on. I don't think we've ever touched this. I love it. I don't watch Fubo. I know people that do. It's free TV, from what I understand. So how are they making money? That's one thing I don't know. I assume it's through advertising. One thing is if you're looking to invest in this company, it's important for you to understand how they make money. Because if you don't know how they make money, then any little pullback or whatever is going to shake you, right? But so what I did, essentially, I established my highs and lows. We had this neckline on this double bottom right here. And it looks like we pretty much just need to confirm above $3.80 before we get going. But that's, again, on the weekly. Let me see what it looks like on the 1 hour. Okay, I want you to peep something. As we cross this level, pay attention to these tickers. So the first ticker that crosses, right, is it wicked back, right? The next candle is green, but it wicked back, right? All these long top wicks, these are indications that, you know, this is not a strong a strong move towards the upside. This is telling you that sellers are trying to apply pressure, and eventually this was to turn around, right? And what I would do is look up an indicator called the MFI, it's a money flow index, money factor index. Yes, money flow, okay, money flow index, or indicator, and it'll tell you like this. This tells me that, you know, we're oversold or we're overbought essentially. And then we start to slow down in volume, as you see right here. Volume was going down as price was going up. We had a divergence, which is also a signal that we were going to pull back. So all of these things are good signals, just to let you know what's going to happen with the stock. So I point that out because we're not bullish until we break above $3.80 and then confirm with proper volume in a setup down here. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Sorry, this is kind of slow. AAL, ticker symbol AAL, which is American Airline Group. All right, so we're gonna zoom out like we always do, and we're gonna see what we can find. I'm not getting much context here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna play the hand I'm dealt. Nope, don't like it. So this was in a downtrend, right? Where you're seeing the higher lows or lower highs and lower lows, right? And then we had this false breakout, and then we broke back down below the descending line of resistance, and now we're pumping back out of it, right? So, but the problem is that we still found a lower low, okay? So is this trend done? Well, it's not really confirmed, but we are bullish here, okay? We are bullish on the MFI, and we could very well see some upside here. What is this? AAL? Okay, American Airline. So I'll draw my floor, and then I'm going to identify more of a trend in this fashion. So give me a minute. Where I always lose this, my path. So this right here is not quite touching it, but just understand that chart patterns won't happen perfectly, okay? But nonetheless, this is a descending triangle, right? So we are pretty much looking for the breakout of this descending line of resistance. For me, that level is going to be right there at 1915, okay? If we can break above and confirm above 1915, then you have some upside towards $26.35, which is the top of the entry point of the descending triangle. Now understand this, you can try to enter here as we're crossing like through this ascending line of resistance on bullish momentum, but you have to understand that the moment we pull back into here, that I would 100% be looking to cut it, because that means that the breakout is false. It's a false move, your play is invalidated, right? The better option, your better option is to hop in closer towards the bottom, as close to $8.75 as possible. So if it does pull back here, you see some type of false move and then bounce back in, then you're looking gravy for a nice rocket towards the upside, okay? So I'm gonna move on from there. What do we got next? All right, hold up. By the way, in the Discord, I will be trying to reactivate our rapid fire chart alerts, okay? So when I get an alert, you'll get an alert. Now, I'm going to keep it simple, and just say, look for calls on confirmation, okay? So we're just gonna do that, all right? So what's next? Hopefully this is helping. If this is helping, put a 1 in the chat. NVTS, okay, we got KGU in the building, TS. Now we know we've touched on this, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and see what we can come up with. All right, so we drew this up, right? And you should be up on the play, right? So we had this ascending wedge drawn out, and then we broke below. I don't know what happened here, but maybe this was on a, yeah, okay, on like the daily. So we respect it at the top. We hit our, this was a previously known demand zone, okay? if I'm not mistaken, that turn into a supply. So so once we wicked here, this was a signal for us to go short, right? And I'm trying to remember where these came from necessarily, like the imbalance, if it was a buy side or a sell side. I want to say it was a buy side imbalance. But you've had several confirmations that we were going down, okay? Even once we broke below this ascending line of resistance, or I'm sorry, ascending line of support, we retraced, rejected, and then you had an opportunity to re-enter. So now you're probably wondering, okay, well, where is it going next? Well, also know that this is a double top. So we're looking to see if it breaks this neckline here, right? I'm gonna get rid of the old chart. I'll keep that there just so we can have it. But you see, hopefully you see this, but this is a double top, classic, okay? So now you're trying to see if it's gonna break below $5.72, and if it does, we're looking forward to come back to confirm, right, that is gonna continue down, right? So we need for it to break through, retrace, and be rejected with proper price action before we enter this play. I would not encourage just hopping into a short once it breaks this neckline, because too often this is how you get smoked, right? Because sometimes you have these false moves. So just be careful. If it does break the neckline, likely it's gonna hit this level of demand here, which is at $4.92. So I could see it falling to touch this level, right, before it actually rockets back towards the upside. Now the problem is that I'm not sure if this is, so the range of here, I'm trying to see if the range of here is passive or aggressive. This is looking more like an aggressive demand zone. So I do expect for it to come, bounce, and then take off, okay? If it does fall into this zone, then I would be waiting for it to touch the bottom and to hop into some calls. Or if we break below, then waiting for a retest confirmation below the demand zone before I hop into shorts. But it doesn't have a long way to go, okay? So you probably are looking more towards the upside than downside, depending on, you know, what this company is all about. All right, sorry I'm taking too long on these. UNH, KGU. My pleasure, Halo. Okay, so I'm kind of upset about UNH, okay? Because I snoozed on it. I don't know what happened to my alert, but I had these alerts set kind of before it even happened, okay? So here we are, okay? This is not an area to which I would be looking to enter UNH right now, because this is a passive supply zone. This is where the sellers are living. I am not going to touch this stock for any type of position until we break 327.31 and confirm, or if we can fall back to this level here at 273.02. So if we can do that, fall back and close up this opening gap, right? If we can close that up, then this may be a good opportunity to enter a position for longs, okay? If we fail to break into supply, right? This is a passive zone, but if we fail to break into it and we're living below here, then guess what? Then you have an opportunity to short this, I would say, down to the 273, okay? Now, of course, I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Let me just zoom in 4 hours. I know this is a hot stock right now. It just had a V-shaped recovery, but I'm just telling you how I would play it. This was already made before this even happened, I think. Cool. All right. So yeah, V-shaped recovery, and right now, not quite V-shaped. I mean, if I thin it out, yeah, but if I widen it up, it's like a cup and handle. So yeah, you're waiting for a breakout here. And of course, tomorrow, we got to see what tomorrow brings. But if I go here, draw my line, and if I go here and then draw my line, right? We're looking for a structured breakout here. We have a chart pattern and we have to respect it, okay? We don't want to guess. So we're either going to break down and back up, or we're going to break into this passive zone and then live chop up and then get kicked out. If we go into this and we get kicked out, watch out below. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm too long on this one. I should have put an alert on that. Thank y'all for the ones. You're letting me know that this is really helping, so I appreciate you for letting me know that this is worth your time. All right, Microsoft, KGU, love to see it. KGU is in the building. They showing up, showing out. Microsoft. Well, again, here's a perfect example of a nicely set up chart that, and I haven't touched Microsoft, but it's been playing all of my levels perfectly. So right now, Microsoft is at where I call a crossroads, right? Which is at 503.78. At this point, we are looking to see if we can confirm above or below. This is an area of interest for me in the charts. So likely this is a point of control if I were to bring up the volume profile on this. So yes, that's what we're waiting for on Microsoft. So notice that we're looking at a 4-hour chart, and look how choppy it is. We're around here. So this is a tight area. You really are. Let me check some things. So here's a beautiful thing. At 4-hour chart, we are oversold, right? Oversold on Microsoft. So this tells me that there is a strong chance for us to actually recover and take off. It's not guaranteed. However, what we want to see is, if you are using the MFI, I would love to see this indicator kind of break up. And then I also love to see it break its structure. So this is a downtrend on an indicator, right? And I'm looking for it to break out above it, right? Break this downtrend and then start to cross this bottom line, right? Of what is this? 1991. Okay. If it crosses here and I'm seeing bullish momentum on top of that, I'm looking long on Microsoft. So I'm going to actually put an alert here on Microsoft. It's probably not a good time to put an alert here. I'm going to say I'm going to say oversold on MFI and potential calls. Oh no, just wait, confirmation above or below. Okay, and this would be a swing trade. So I'm going to say that this is a crossroad, a crossing point, and it's a swing trade. All right, so that, what this means is when my alert goes off, right, and the Discord gets the alert, the Megalodons, aka the Megalodons, when they get this alert, they're gonna know exactly what to do. Hey, Microsoft's hitting this, they're still testing it, and I'm actually going to do this where it'll continue. I don't want this to hit just one time. I want this to hit every time, because this is a crucial area for me. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so when they get this alert, they're gonna see this in the Discord under the rapid fire alerts, and then they'll know how to play it. All right, moving on. What do we got next? Okay, we got OpenDoor for a KGU. OpenDoor. It's probably just open. Yep. Okay. All right. So instantly, so this is what I see, right? I actually see OpenDoor trading in a neutral position. So because I can see it forming, right? You might want to say, oh, this might be a double top, but I know better. I've just seen this dance before. So we're going to do this. I'm going to predict that this is the path it's going to follow. And then we're going to kind of go from there. I don't think it's going to be, you know what? It could be. Yeah, we're going to do this. Okay. So OpenDoor is a stock that kind of like, it died off, but it also, it doesn't really get a lot of like great momentum. Like, I mean, it does when after it's like sleep for a little bit because this is a 4 hour. But anyway, I do see it trading like this, right? And then I see it doing something like this. Okay. And I'm gonna leave this drawn up on the chart so people can, well, if we ever revert back to it, kind of know what we're looking at. All right. So as of right now, I would be looking to short this. Just there's a lot of sellers up here, and I'm sure if I zoomed in, I can find the supply zone. But we got to be careful because it's not a guarantee. But MFI is negative, right? Shows that we're selling off. We hit areas of interest for shorts, right? So again, selling off, and then as we're going up, we are losing volume. Okay, so just be careful. If we do break this level, okay, if we break above this level of, I would just say $3.74 on open. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Then, and we confirm, I could see us rocket up to about $5. At $5, I would 100% would be thinking that we would look for shorts. So I'm gonna put an alert there. Top of descending. I think I spelled that wrong. Triangle. Potential short. This is the alert. Put swing trade. All right, that's what I'm gonna do for now. So when this hits, boom. I'm not interested. Personally, I'm not interested at hopping into a long if it breaks here, but I'll put an alert here anyway, because say this will be BOS, break structure, potential long calls with confirmation. Okay, so I'll just leave that at that. All right, so what's next? We did open, we got one, okay, Demarius. And I see you, big dog. You zoom. Hopefully, hopefully you are KGU. But I did see your zoom before, but there's others that were taking priority. There's a super chat too, y'all. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that button exists. I'm just pointing you in the direction. What is this? Oh, it's zoom, but why does it look? This doesn't look right. Zoom, ticker symbol ZOOM. I don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm going to zoom out to the weekly, all right? Because the 4 hour was all types of messed up. All right. Why are we interested in Zoom? Okay, so Zoom is in a descending pattern as well. Okay, so this is what happened with Zoom, right? We fell like a rock. We consolidated, right? We had a false breakdown below our floor, only for it to turn around and whip back up. So it's a false breakdown, right? And now we've broken out, we're broken back above. We came back down to retest the floor of $56.10, and now it looks like we're waiting for a direction. So this is in a chart pattern right now, and it is in an oversold position. So Zoom very well could be ready for a breakout towards the upside, and they're just waiting on some good news, right? But it's actually easy to see, right? So we have our structure. Now we're just waiting on our move. So what I could see Zoom doing is actually doing another false move towards the downside before it actually rockets towards the upside and hits us with a target of $87.65. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tag that take profit target, and then I'm also going to set an alert at the bottom of this here, which is the floor, right? Look. Let's see. look for support. I'm gonna keep it simple. Confirmation above. Swing trade. No, just calls to 87.22, and I'm gonna put a contract 2 to 3 weeks out, or DTE. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I want that alert to go off every time because I'm interested in this play. So I'm gonna say, come on, swing trade. All right. All right. What else we got? We got 45 seconds left on the timer. Okay, Tesla. Oh, and I see Meta. Okay, hold on. All right, let's go Meta. All right, what did we say? Somebody said something about earnings. Earnings in Zoom tomorrow. Okay, that's what's up. All right, that might be a potential earnings play. I'm not sure what the contracts look like on Zoom, but if the IV is probably all out of whack. But if you can get a decent contract on Zoom, it might be a decent YOLO play towards the upside. Just saying. All right, so what am I doing here? We are Meta. That is my time. However, I'm gonna finish what I see on the screen, okay? All right, so Meta, we've already drawn this out. And you kind of see what it is. Meta is in a bullish territory. However, we had a false breakout above a crossing point of 779, right? We failed to break through. Instead, we fell back down. And we're headed towards the demand zone that we have established here at about 723.36. So what we do see though overall when you zoom out on Meta is that we're in a technical uptrend, right? So this is just retracement likely. Okay, so what am I doing here? We have this level already tagged at $7.39. I forgot why this is tagged and tagged red, but it did react to this this level. The level I'm interested in more so is 723. Okay, 723.48 to be exact. That is the top of the demand zone. The reason why I'm interested in this is because we're in an uptrend where we're seeing higher highs and higher lows. I would much rather grab a call on price action, a bullish reversal at this level. Now we are at $739.10, which is at the base of this ascending line of support. So at this very point, we could turn around and just head up from here, but I don't know. All right, so I'm going to set my alert right at the demand zone because that's what I prefer, where I prefer to enter, which would indicate a false move towards the downside. Swing trade. No, let's just do touch. Hit demand zone. Swing trade. If bounce. This confirms. All right, so we're gonna leave that at that. Right, and if it falls into demand, I'm not looking to short. Right, I mean this is a nice road down here to about 701, but I know that I can't ignore what I see here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so I'm on Meta for too long. I'm gonna move on. I think I've said enough. There's more here, but I don't want to keep going. Tesla, TSLA. All right, so Tesla is still where we left it, y'all. Okay, we have this symmetrical triangle of Tesla, so we're still technically waiting for the breakout. Tesla is not good unless you're gonna just do a scalp or yeah, just an in and out play. So the range between 323 and 320, it's, oh sorry, yeah, I think that's right. Let me double check. Yeah, So Tesla is at this level. I want to say this was a previous level of resistance, like supply, but I can't. Hold on, let me see. I might have not tagged. Yeah, okay, I did tag it. I just failed to tag it properly and let myself know, rather it's the weekly or the daily or whatever. But if I had to take a guess, it's probably a longer time frame, which is why we're seeing some aggressive behavior as we hit the supply zone. So I would expect Tesla to actually take off from here and head back towards 323. But that's just on retracement. I have no idea if it's going to continue. If you're looking for upside on Tesla, it is best to get it near this level of about 319.19. Okay, if we can have Tesla come here and bounce off, great. That means that your supply has become new demand. Okay, top of supply, potential calls to 323.34. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. So essentially, if we fall below and confirm below 318.24, then Tesla's riding this train all the way down to about 310. Okay, just know either that or we're forming a different type of pattern, and we're neutral. So what do I mean by that? Well, that means that this. Hold on. This. I don't want to touch that. Hold up. This pattern is forming, right? But we don't know. I have no idea as of yet. So I'm gonna just play what I see. I'm not gonna try to guesstimate this one. All right, but I got the alert set, and I want this to hit every time. All right, what else we got? I think we're wrapping up. I'm just gonna check and see. What's up, Jeff? You're not too late, big dog. It's okay. You can rewatch it. 45 minutes ago. Rocket will be on soon, though. Yep. Hey, shout out to catching rockets. If you got time, Ford Motors. Queen, I'll do Ford, and then I'm gonna flip off to the other, just the closing remarks. Okay. Ford, F. All right. So let's zoom out. All right, so, okay. Well, this is interesting. Well, not really, because Ford kind of goes to sleep, and I'm not familiar, right? So, this is my box range method, right? Where essentially, this is kind of what you trade, right? So this right here for Ford, you're looking. We had a false breakdown below this level here of $11, right? Now we're breaking back up above this level. If we can hold $11, right, then likely with volume, right, momentum, we could move up towards $12.83, and then to the ceiling of about $14.61. So, and then as you can see, it'll range out. You'll see these false breakouts, and then it just wicks back in. So that's, I mean, I don't know what you're looking to do with Tesla Ford, but if you're looking for long-term investment, then this could be a potential entry for long, right? Because it is forming a higher low, right? But we don't know what any of this means. So this right here is a small downtrend, but this is a higher low, right? This is a higher low. So what's gonna happen? No idea, right? But this is what I see. And this is a ceiling as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and plop this on my chart. So look at the white and then the yellow as far as how it intersects. And then my brain just sees patterns. So I could see it doing one of these, because that's kind of what it's been doing here before it decides to, you know, have one of these breakout moves and then back towards a high, likely here of $26. But I don't see Ford doing that. Who knows though? I think that heavily depends on what the president says. All right. So that is all she wrote, everybody. That is the rapid fire chart analysis. I hope that was very helpful. I stayed past my time, so hopefully you can appreciate that. If you did not hit the like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. If you're interested in becoming a member and then being in the Discord for the alerts, then I would encourage you to click the join button on the page, and then consider becoming a Megalodon, right? Because that's where a lot of those alerts are going to, right? The Discord has a community app that we have that we are kind of using it to hold each other accountable. It's early right now, but you get to see your trades, you get to see your stats, you get to see how you compare to your peers. It's not about competing, right? Necessarily, it's about understanding where we all are, and then looking at that ranking system, you'll be able to say, oh, this person is doing well. I wonder like what they're doing different. Maybe they can help me, right? So this is a community driven page and like just Discord. So we're all in it to help each other and lift one another up. And that's what the purpose of the app is. So there is a public version that is going to come. But I don't know when. I think I'm going to release it in September. But just stay tuned for that. I'll demo it, all that good stuff. But yeah, if you're interested, Discord members, if you're not yet in the app, the founders pricing ends tomorrow. Okay, so we leave it at that. So much love, Omar. Catch replay, absolutely. Yep. I want to swing trade meta. Hopefully that helped. Okay, it's a community helping each other like a beautiful African. Hey, yep. What do they say? It takes a village to raise a kid. We all children, right? And we're all a village, right? And I love to see it. The Discord that we have in Sacrifice for Riches is no nonsense. It's a lot of individuals that are genuine about their about what they believe, about what they want to accomplish. We're about being open and honest and 100, and we don't let things kind of like fester. We share our experiences, because if you don't share what you're going through, especially in the market related, we don't want to get too personal, right? But if you're not sharing that information, then we can't help you, right? I think the point of the community is for you to be able to have that outlet, right? That group of people that's going to lift you up when you need it the most, because we don't have that in our circles. I mean, we have our friends, right? But they are not doing what we're doing here, right? So that's what a community is about. That's why it's built. That's why we're here. And if you want to be in on that, then I'll share a link for you to join. But also, of course, we teach, right? We're teaching and all that good stuff. We're live trading, you name it. But I'd be doing everybody a disservice if you're not, hold on one second. I'd be doing everybody a disservice if I didn't mention KGU, right? And hold on. Where is my members tab? Okay. Hey, shout out to Roll Life so much. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for the $10 super chat. Much love, man. But I'll be doing everybody a disservice if you're not in KGU, or if I don't mention it. Why am I saying this? Yeah, people might think that like me like directing people to another channel, like, or whatever, is like not smart. But you have to understand what my motives are behind what I do, right? Yes, it's nice to finally be monetized on YouTube. Yes, it's nice to have a community of people in Discord. But at the same time, I understand where value lies, right? And at the end of the day, the whole purpose of this channel is to help people. So I'm not helping anybody if I'm gatekeeping, right? Or if I know something, right? Why wouldn't I share, right? Essentially, things like that. Now, of course, things that I teach or whatever, that's monetized because my time is my time. Time is valuable, right? But at the same time, KGU, there's like 100 of me, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a much larger community though. It's more like a university, right? So you have crown traders who's trading, live training, and then you have Keenan Grace himself who's also doing that, and then just a community of goats that aren't necessarily crowned, but they're crowns in their own right. Okay, so either which way, if you want a small knit close community, join Sacrifice for Riches. We do have live training modules, live training, training and trading, and then we're just a small community. But if you want more of a university where you want a little bit of everything, then by all means, the tools and the resources are there at KGU. I will also share that link for those that are interested. But do what you do, right? But like I said, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention it. Now, something's wrong with, hold on, my Discord won't open. Oh, there we go. Any questions while I'm looking for this link? So I have an issue where my Discord isn't working. So that means I don't have the link for KGU right now. Yep, I can't share it. So something's going on. But either which way, oh, it's posted in the description of this chat. So in the description of this video, both the links are there. God, just in my face. So you can find the link for KGU in the description of all my videos for the most part, all my new videos. Only way we grow is if we share. 100% right. Lots of aloha in the, oh yeah, aloha, yeah. Yep, absolutely. Okay. If you guys don't have any questions, comments, oh, hold up. We got a $20 super chat. Teresa, thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. I didn't see that. Sorry if I didn't call you out. I don't know how to put those things on my screen just yet. I think I can figure it out. I just need some time. But I really appreciate the generous donation. Thank you so much for supporting the community, Queen. Yeah, so the only thing that I can speak to is stay tuned. We're gonna be having a private live trading session coming up soon here, and the next live training session is going to be Sunday, and also Sunday is our weekly chart analysis for the orcas, the anglers, and the megalodons. And it's also when I record my options trade play video, my swing trade video for the week. Okay, so there's a lot going on. The last thing I have to say is that Thursday of this next week, I'm going to be on vacation. So I'm going to be on vacation Thursday through Labor Day. Okay, so I will not be, I probably won't make content. We'll see. Maybe I will, but I'll be somewhere. I'll be somewhere. That's all I'll say. I'll be somewhere. Some R&R with my guys. Oh, they pop out in chat? Yeah, they do. Okay. All right. If there's any questions, let me know. Any questions, because I'm gonna get off in a little bit. Go enjoy it with family. All right. That is all I got. Thank you everybody for being here. This is Stocks4Rell, Sacrifice for Riches.